Hello, Hillside. Lou Northouse here to provide our August council meeting update. And since Pastor Ron was unable to attend the meeting, we have a special guest, Nikol, which we'll talk to at the end of the update. And by the way, unlike Pastor Ron's high school career, this absence was excused. We started with an update from Kristen Heilman, our women's ministry director. We're thankful for the well-attended programs that Kristen makes available. And we're excited to hear that of the attendees, there's a significant amount of non-Hillside members that attend, which aligns well with Hillside's mission of loving our neighbors. She told us several ways that God is working through the program, including, for instance, there was a small group that asked to avoid the annual reshuffling of small group alignment because they couldn't imagine replicating the love and support that they received from the small group. However, after the realignment, they found some relationships and support that they didn't even know that they needed and were incredibly blessed by. So apparently God does know what we need more than we do. Finally, she told us of a number of attendees that appreciated the people that provided childcare on a consistent basis. Because for some of the attendees, this is the only time of the week that they can be alone. So it was very much appreciated to have that childcare. And Deb gave us what was supposed to be, hopefully, the final update on the kitchen renovation. Everything's been installed. The staff are loving the various accoutrements of the kitchen, ice machine, pizza warmers, that kind of thing. And hopefully by the end of the month, it is done. And we're looking forward to how people are blessed by others through this this valuable part of our facility. Andy went over some historic attendance numbers for our services, and over the past few years, we're on a relatively steady increase. And we talked about the rule of thumb that if a service is more than 80% full, people can be inhibited from feeling welcome. And while we do have great attendance, we believe that there still is enough room for people to feel welcome. However, we will keep an eye on it. So, relatively light agenda, which is one of the reasons we have some time to talk to Nikol, and plus I didn't want to sit up here by myself. So, Nikol, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Good morning. I am Nikol. I am from Czech Republic. I live in Prague. I am a student. I am now studying my third year of adult education and personal management. I visit a pretty small church in Prague. I got baptized 2 months ago, and I go to this church since 2021. And I love pets, and in my free time, I also like to dance.
Okay, all right. Congratulations on the baptism. That's awesome. So why here? Why at Hillside? Why did you make this journey?
Since Czech Republic is a really atheistic country, we have only around 13 to 20% of Christians. So I really wanted to see how a country which is more religious and a part of country that is more religious, I really wanted to see how it looks like and how the church works, how are some possibilities for ministries.
Yeah, so what do you hope to gain, or what do you hope to experience here?
I hope to get closer to God, and I also hope to see how people in this church work, what are their roles, what possibilities of ministries are here, and I was hoping to see something which is very different and how God works in people's life on the other side of the world and on a very different place and in a very different country that I'm used to. I have learned so many things that the church does, how the church works with different organizations and how many people work and have different roles in this church. I also heard some very nice stories which gave me hope, and they really encouraged me to have hope in Jesus. I enjoy the most meeting with people separately, to getting to know them, and I liked how I heard from a few people that they have been here for a very long time, and it also started as a small church and it just grew, and it is a pretty big church now, or at least to me it's a very big church. I enjoyed very much greeting people. The first Sunday that I was here, just getting to know the faces, and I liked how people came, and it looked also nice to me that people, even though they're in the same church, but sometimes in the different part in church. So you still get to meet people who are familiar to you, and you kind of know them, but you still can learn more and more about people and get to meet them more. I think America has just different atmosphere, or this part of the country is just so different than what I'm used to. Like, people greet each other differently, people express themselves differently. I feel like people are more concentrated on emotions than in the Eastern Europe, which I like. And I also got to do some fun things, like visiting Lake Michigan, which was very cold but worth it. And visited a special needs school, which was really educative for me to see how it works differently in here and what people do. Also got to visit Meltroder and Safe Haven, which I like about these organizations, that they are Christian, which we don't really see that often in Czech Republic.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a big step. I appreciate your courage and drive to experience new things so that you can bring it back, right? That's awesome. So thank you. And I understand you're being hosted by the Koopmans. Tell us how awful it is with John, because he's so mean and inconsiderate.
The Koopmans are great, and they kind of made me being a cat person, which I was not.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much, and we appreciate you taking the time. So that's it for this month. And again, if you have any questions, please give us a call. And as always, please keep all of Hillside in your prayers.